Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever episode of the Gooners and Gloves podcast. This is going to be a podcast that I'm going to be running hopefully every few days, where I intend to talk about the two biggest passions that I've got, which is Arsenal Football Club and professional boxing. So, starting on the Arsenal side of things, so what you can expect to see is, for example, what I'm doing today, which is going to be a match preview, match reactions. That's going to be one of the most common things that I do, is a reaction to games. So, right after a preview. So today I'll be running you through my thoughts of the Arsenal Southampton game tomorrow, and then in a few days I'll make a reaction podcast where I go through did I get the prediction right, how did the game go, how did I feel about it, etc. So that's the Gooners side of things. In terms of the Gloves side of things, that's going to be my love of professional boxing. So my first professional boxing episode should come out hopefully in a few days, and I'm not entirely sure yet what I'll cover, but most likely I think I'll do the my thoughts heading into the Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol fight. Obviously a massive fight, which I'm honestly so excited for. Let me know down below who you think is going to win, but I'm super excited for that one. So that's most likely what I'll cover in my first boxing related podcast. But in terms of today, I'm going to be doing my match preview for the Southampton game that Arsenal will be playing tomorrow. So obviously massive Arsenal fan. I really love the club. I love talking about the club. And that's really where this podcast has come from. I love talking about Arsenal. I love talking about football. I love talking about boxing. So this is a perfect medium to be doing it in. But without further ado, let's jump into the first episode. So tomorrow Arsenal plays Southampton. So I'm going to run you through sort of my predictions, how I'm feeling for the game, how I'm feeling. I guess I'll give a quick overview of how I felt about the Champions League game this week against PSG. Maybe run through a bit of form, and then finally the prediction and who I think is going to win and who I think is going to score. And that's going to be a fun little game that we can all play. So each week I'm going to try and predict the score, and I'm also going to predict the goal scorers as well. Now, I will keep it as honest as possible. If I do think that we'll lose a game, then I will say that. I will keep this as honest as possible. Obviously, I back my club all day and I back Arsenal all the way. But of course, in order for the authenticity of this podcast to be there, if I do genuinely believe that we will lose a game, then I probably will say that. But end of the day, you guys know I love Arsenal and I'll always back them. However, let's jump into the Arsenal-Southampton game. So first of all, Southampton, obviously no disrespect to them. I have no problem with them. I actually like them as a team. And of course, they've got Aaron Ramsdale in goal, who I'll always be a massive fan of. It really does suck the way his time at the club ended, but, I'm a massive Ramsdale fan, and I always will be. He made great saves for us, and he's just a really good goalkeeper. So as much as it sucks the way his time ended, I really hope that tomorrow at the Emirates he gets a great reception, because he deserves it, man. He did a lot for Arsenal. He was really well liked by the fans, and it really does suck the way his time had to come to an end. So yeah, that's one thing I'm really hoping, is that tomorrow the Arsenal fans give Ramsdale a great reception, because he deserves it, man. He was really solid, really an integral part of our club, and just an integral part of our 22-23 season, which, as much as it may have ended in disappointment, it was still a great season with many great performances, and Ramsdale was definitely at the core of that. However, Southampton are in poor form. They are coming off a 3-1 loss to Bournemouth, which really was a dominant display by Bournemouth. It may have been away from home, but still they were beaten very convincingly. They had a better second half, and I felt that they actually did all right in the second half. They didn't end up conceding, and in fact Taylor Harwood-Bellis actually found the back of the net. But still, looking at the form, it's just not there. So, for that reason, I do think Arsenal is going to win this game. And I've gone with a prediction of 5-0. Again, no disrespect to Southampton. I just feel that Southampton are in poor form. I don't think they've been defending very well. And obviously, Arsenal, we're in very good form. We are actually unbeaten in our last 15 games in all competitions, which obviously is fantastic. We've been doing really well at the Emirates this season. And so I just feel like it's going to be a 5-0 Arsenal win. In terms of who I've gone for goal scorers, so I've predicted that Saka's going to score 2. Bukayo Saka, I believe he's going to score 2, which is a brace. So I think Saka's going to score a brace. And then I also think we'll see goals from Kai Havertz, Martinelli, and Leandro Trossard. So that's the prediction side of things. That's what I think is going to happen. Again, it's not meant, it's no disrespect to Southampton. I do like them, but I just feel that with Southampton's poor form compared with Arsenal's really strong form, and of course, their tendency to do well in these sorts of games, I just think it's going to be Arsenal 5, Southampton 0. I think this is a great opportunity to make a bit of a statement. I feel like our attack has been quite doubted recently, and the players are aware of that, so I just think that it's a great opportunity to make a statement. Kai Havertz also has a great opportunity in this game, as he can equal Thierry Henry's record of 7 straight home games in which he scores. Kai Havertz is currently on 6. He just about managed to get a goal against Leicester last week, in the final dying seconds of the game, so that kept that run alive. So one more goal and that will see him equal Thierry Henry's record of 7 straight home games scored in, so hopefully Kai can get that achievement. I think it would be a really cool thing for him to have. In terms of how I felt about the recent games for Arsenal, of course the Leicester game was just crazy. I mean, seriously, what a crazy game. Arsenal were completely dominant in the first half. It was absolute one-way traffic. I mean, seriously, it was domination on Arsenal's part. But then somehow, some way, Justin, with 2 great goals, and all of a sudden we got rocked back on our heels. We dominated the first half. We went into halftime 2-0 up and really looking very comfortable and well on for a clean sheet. And then all of a sudden, James Justin just comes up with 2 huge goals, and it's 2-2. And a funny thing is that James Justin apparently he actually benched himself on FPL, and he had Arsenal double defense. So funnily enough, he wiped out his own Arsenal double defense clean sheet, and he benched himself. So yeah, that was just a funny little caveat there. But yeah, scores 2 great goals, and of course, it was really rough. It wasn't great seeing that, and especially given that earlier in the day, Man City had actually dropped points, so it was a great opportunity for us. But I kept the faith, I kept the hope. Their keeper was absolutely unbelievable. Like, I know he conceded 4 goals, because in the end it was 4-2, but trust me guys, that is not representative at all of what an incredible performance the keeper had. 13 saves, which I believe is the most in a Premier League game since 2007. So that man, he really did not deserve to be on the losing side that day. But we kept going, we kept pushing it, we kept going and going and going, and eventually the set pieces came through once again, saved us, and we got the goal through, initially it was Leandro Trossard, but in the end it was actually given as an own goal. So yeah, but that was a massive goal. And then of course, as mentioned, Havertz came through with the 4th. So it was a crazy game. I'm really hoping we don't get a repeat of that against Southampton. Hopefully we can dominate, but actually remain dominant, as opposed to letting them back into the game. But fair play to Leicester, that was a crazy game. Then of course there was the PSG game, which I was really, really pleased with. I thought that was a fantastic performance. A well taken goal from Havertz, and after an incredible ball from Trossard, who honestly, Leandro Trossard, what a signing, man. I mean, for me, he's honestly one of our most underrated players. Like, this man is just so good, and I'm so pleased, and we're so lucky to have Leandro Trossard, man. And again, I do think he's going to score this weekend, but yeah, just unbelievable player. An incredible ball to Havertz, who then heads it really nicely past Donnarumma. And then, of course, we had Bukayo Saka's free kick, which was nice, maybe a little bit lucky, especially the way it bounced, and maybe Donnarumma could have done slightly better, but that was a really good performance. 2-0, I thought we looked comfortable, we looked professional, Raya did well, the defenders were just incredible again, our defense is phenomenal, so I was really pleased with that. So, taking all that into account, I have obviously given the prediction of 5-0 Arsenal. So, as I said, Saka brace, Martinelli, Havertz, and Trossard I think will also score, and yeah, I just think it's going to be domination. Of course, it's always bold predicting 5-0, but I just feel, with the form we're in, and also I just think we're going to want to make a statement. As I mentioned, our attack has been doubted recently, and it'd be awesome for us to make a statement. Now, another thing that I thought would be worth addressing, and I do want you guys to let me know in the comments if you agree with this, I think this is a great game to give Nwaneri his debut, Ethan Nwaneri. I thought Nwaneri, in the limited time he got against Leicester, I thought he looked really good. Genuinely, I thought he looked fantastic. In the limited time, had a really good shot from range, which was close, made several good chances, and yeah, honestly, I think this is a great game to be giving him his debut. Of course, I don't know if Arteta will do it, and I don't actually think he will. He's probably going to end up going with Marino. Marino will likely get his first start for the club. I thought he looked good, composed against PSG, so I would imagine that Marino will probably get his first start. At least he'll come off the bench, but I think he'll probably get his first start. Then it'll probably be Rice. So Rice and Marino, I think, are pretty sure. Of course, Odegaard is still out. So then it just depends what Arteta decides. Maybe he decides to go with Nwaneri because it's a bit of a nicer game with Southampton at home, or maybe he just goes to Partey and then brings Trossard back to the wing or even the number 9 position. We will see, but yeah, let me know if you guys agree with me. But I just think this is a great opportunity to give Ethan Nwaneri his debut, so it'd be awesome to see him. So hopefully, but if not, hopefully we can at least still see Nwaneri and the likes of Miles Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri coming off the bench, because I think they're looking really good right now, and it's been nice to see them get some minutes. It was cool to see Miles Skelly get his debut over in the PSG. I thought that was really, really cool. Sorry, that's Miles Lewis-Skelly. I don't know why I said Miles Skelly. Sorry, Miles Lewis-Skelly. So yeah, but it was really cool to see him get his debut, like his Champions League debut, and to come off the bench and stuff. I thought that was awesome. It was cool to see him on there against PSG, and again, hopefully he'll get a few minutes, some minutes against Southampton. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. Just hope it's, let's just hopefully get the job done. Of course, City don't have a particularly tough game against Fulham at home. They'll likely win it. So hopefully we can just get the job done, get the 3 points, and head into the international break in a strong position. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Of course, I will release a podcast reacting to the game. So let's see if I get the prediction right. So I just think it'll be, feel free to play along at home. Feel free to put down below who you think is going to win. And feel free to put down who you think your goal scorers are going to be. It's just a bit of fun at the end of the day. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. If I get it right, then great. But this is just how I feel. And also, Southampton fans, if any of you guys are watching, please let me know how you guys are feeling about this game. I'd love to know how, anybody who's a Southampton fan in the chat. Because end of the day, you never know. I mean, we cast our minds back to the 22-23 season when Southampton, shocked us, and they put up a fight. They went 3-1 up, and we only just about managed to get back into it and make it 3-3. So that was a crazy game. I still remember watching that game, and yeah, so you never know at the end of the day, but I'm just sincerely hoping we don't get a repeat of that. Just please, don't get a repeat of that. And of course, I really hope we don't get a repeat of the Leicester game, because that was a scary game. That was very worrying. In the end, we got the 3 points and it was great, but we weren't far off. We were not far off it. And that's the type of game where, with such an incredible performance from the keeper, you even wonder if Leicester are going to manage to get a third and actually win the game. So yeah, I really, really hope that we don't allow that to happen this time. But yeah, so if you are a Southampton fan, please let me know, and please let me know how you're feeling about the game. Feel free to give me your predictions down below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that Arsenal will win this quite comfortably, or do you believe that your team can get a shocker? You never know, it could happen. Ultimately, this is football we're talking about. But yeah, I think that about wraps up my thoughts for the game. So as a summary, I think it's going to be Arsenal 5, Southampton 0. I think Saka's going to score a brace. Kai Havertz, Martinelli and Trossard will each score a goal, and it will end 5-0. I think we'll, hopefully we can dominate possession, although that isn't always a guarantee, to be fair. We don't always dominate the ball, so that's certainly not a hard-on guarantee, but hopefully we can dominate possession this time, really just show that we've got that. Hopefully we can see the likes of Sterling, Jesus, Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly, at least off the bench in some capacity. Jesus is someone who I personally really like, and it pains me to say this, but unfortunately he just hasn't, he hasn't really done a lot, and it sucks to say this. Listen, I'm a big fan of Jesus, and I really, really hope he bounces back. I really, let me know if you guys agree, but I really hope that Gabriel Jesus finds some form and gets some goals and finds his way back into the club, because it is sad to see, and I do really like Gabriel Jesus, and I always will. So hopefully maybe even he can score tomorrow. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the first ever episode of the Gloves and Gooners podcast here. So, yep, Arsenal 5, Southampton 0, Saka, Havertz, Martinelli, Trossard. Let me know down below what you guys think is going to happen in this game. Let me know your prediction. Let me know who you think is going to score. If you do think that Southampton is going to score, please let me know who you think that will be. But yeah, that's it from me. I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to this. I'm really looking forward to the first boxing episode, which I'm hoping to maybe get out tomorrow on Saturday. Again, I'll see what fight I cover, but most likely I probably will do the Better Beer versus Bivol fight, but maybe I could even do the Chris Eubank Jr. fight tomorrow. That's another option. So yeah, but it'll be a similar medium to this. I'll do sort of a preview of the fight, give my thoughts on who I think is going to win, and then also afterwards do a reaction. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the first boxing episode, and then I'll probably see you on Sunday for my reaction podcast to this game right here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Let me know down below what club you support, and of course, as I said, as much as this is Arsenal, focused, and I will be talking about Arsenal, all football fans are welcome. I want this to be a fun, welcoming community where anybody, regardless of what club you support, you can all get along, you can all have friendly debates, and just hoping to build a positive community. So let me know what club you support. Let me know what game you've got on this weekend and how you think it's going to go. And of course, to fellow Arsenal fans, let me know how you guys are feeling about this game. And of course, Southampton fans, let me also let me know how you're feeling. But yeah, that's it from me. Have a great evening, everybody. See you tomorrow with another podcast. And yeah, hopefully this podcast, I can do frequently. It's just a great medium for discussion, and yeah, really excited to be doing this for you guys, and I just really hope you enjoy it. Please, of course, I'm only just starting out, so if you did enjoy this podcast and want to recommend it to anybody, please feel free. Please also, if you enjoyed it, please, hit the subscribe button, maybe a like, and then maybe the post notifications. It just really helps, especially given that this is the first episode, and it'd be cool to get some exposure. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great evening, and see you with another podcast soon. Bye bye.